Well, it looks like at least Mookie's on the mend and getting closer. How close?
No, I don't know if it'll be right after Christmas, but sometime in January. I'm hoping first or second week of January that he'll be ready to go. Getting closer. Let's see. Keyshawn's out for a while. Jesse's going to have surgery. He's done. Dante's coming back a little bit, maybe here in 2 or 3 weeks. So,
what was it with Jesse in the end?
His ankle. His ankle's bothering him, so he's going to have surgery.
Will he appeal for another year? Will he try to get another year back, or?
He probably will. Yeah, he'll probably. But we recruited him as a graduate student, and we've awarded 2 scholarships to 2 guards already. So. It's kind of a 1-year commitment on our part. So, but he will apply for a red shirt, and he only played 5 games, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Is it an ankle for Keyshawn as well?
Yeah.
What's just the takeaways from South Dakota and?
Oh, we made way too many mistakes. Mentally, obviously I didn't have them prepared, and we made a tremendous amount of mistakes and not much attention to the scouting report, our basic rules, board-wise, defensively, offensively. It just we were just playing 19 turnovers. It just got awful. So it was a very poor performance. I obviously didn't have them ready, and we played very poorly. I don't want to take anything away from Syracuse, but we had unforced turnovers, guys way out of position, guys that I'm not sure even looked at the scouting report, let alone knew it. So
the guy's been receptive of fixing that.
I've been on them. I'm not going to let him get away with that. If you got to hold him accountable for something. Just seems accountability, is something nobody wants. But we made a lot of mistakes, and just unacceptable.
Is that kind of the differentiating factor for you, Dana, compared to like early last season when you were super shorthanded, like when you lost to Michigan State, but that was super competitive. You're down to, I think, 4 guys at one point, but you fought, and it wasn't mistakes. It was just you just got so thin man. Whereas now,
this was the first game. Like when we got beat by Alabama and Santa Clara, we at least, we competed. We just came up short. But we did compete. I just didn't feel like that our competition level was just not, I got beat on the boards, transition, guys out of position. It was a poor performance. I can't put it any other way, and I've got to take accountability for that because it's, my job to have them ready to play, and we'd been making some really good plays. I was pretty pleased with our 3-game winning streak, but boy, we sure stunk it up Sunday.
How much of an eye-opener is that for Jackson? Just kind of his first college game against a big-time program like that.
Oh, played against Michigan all right. He's a freshman. And at times, he and KJ played like freshmen. KJ had 5 turnovers, and I think Jackson had 4. So that's 9 of our 19. So they had their share. But, like I said, that I'm not blaming those 2 because we all turned it over. Anybody who played had a turnover. And so it was a team thing, and it was a team thing defensively. And like I said, that's my job to get those things straightened out, and I sure didn't have them ready.
What's kind of the main areas of focus then heading into Thursday before you worry about a week off and PAC-12 play and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, our fundamentals, just defensive balance. We weren't often to the ball. Our activity defensively wasn't good. Blockout numbers weren't good. Just fundamentals of the game. You're playing a game on December 17th. You shouldn't have to address everything you've been going over since October 1, but we sure did the last 2 days. That's all we talked about, was simplifying things and fundamentally being sound, trying to be.
What's the scouting report on just Kent State? And
I like them. They're 10 deep. They play 10 guys. Their athleticism is good. They got 2 guards that are really quick. They got 5 lefties out of their 10 guys. So it's kind of an unusual deal with those guys that can go left. Athletic, old, all the things. They got 2 or 3 graduate students, redshirt senior, so old team. Well coached. We're gonna have to play our tails off. Fundamentally, they're really sound, and so we're gonna have to play really well. They've got 3 losses, all close games, and and they haven't played since December 9th. So they were supposed to play another game, I think, on this road trip. They got canceled, but they had finals. But the last game was December 9th, so they should be fresh, ready to go. So,
and as frustrating as the injuries have been for everybody, I'm sure for the players more than everybody, when it has been a couple of years in a row, there has been this perception among fans who aren't here, and fans are going to be fans. It's a strange perception. It's as though they want someone to blame, and they're looking to say, well, I don't know. They must think that Clay and Cliff are doing something, that some kind of change must happen, because how could this happen for multiple years? What can you say to fans who have it may be misguided, it may be completely off base.
No. I mean, it just, the type of injuries we have with ankles and last year Key had a plantar fasciitis. We've never had that before. Dante's had some knee problems. So, everything is evaluated. I evaluate myself, evaluate everybody, but I don't think we can point a finger at anybody. But again, when things go wrong, you do evaluate everything, and that's an ongoing process that we've got to do. We've got to work at. But Mookie's was before he even got here. He hurt his ankle in the All-Star game, so that's not our fault. And Jesse. His ankle, he said, was bothering him before he got here, so I don't know. But again, everything's evaluated. I get evaluated, my assistants get evaluated, everybody gets evaluated, so we'll look at everything.